So this is kind of interesting. Tomi Lahren, who is used to be on The Blaze, she now has her final thought segment over on Fox News. They picked her up. She was a big Trump supporter, and that was sort of her rise as a commentator. And she's actually very popular among the right, and she's also one of the main targets of the left wing now. She's pretty embarrassing, to say the least. She's pretty insane, not the smartest of all people. But here's something interesting, okay? So here's a tweet that she sent out. She said, "What about the average 22 vets who commit suicide every day due to inefficient mental health coverage and subpar medical care? All this from a country they voluntarily served that repays them by forgetting about them so they can worry about what the Kardashians ate for lunch." That's actually a pretty accurate statement that I'm 100% in agreement with. And it's amazing to me that Tomi Lahren has now gone left wing on healthcare, because the answer is yes, that actually is a huge problem. The fact that our veterans have, it's very hard for them to get healthcare, and that there's so many who are impoverished and who don't have, who are homeless. There's so many homeless veterans. It's pretty insane. But also, I think that the VA, the Veterans Affairs, I think that there also needs to be some revamps going on in there, because what you're basically looking at in the VA is there's a problem that exists of just, it is way too difficult to take out bad employees. There was a story of this employee who was caught watching porn on the job, and they couldn't take him out for like a month or like 3 months. And when you have a specific department that has to do with healthcare, which is life or death, get them the fuck out of there. And they've been caught, doing a bunch of bullshit of falsifying these wait times. And it's like, we got to get you guys out of here because you are not doing the job. So you need to be fired. So we need to have that happen. But what we really need is we need to do, we need to have Medicare for all. Because Medicare for all will allow them to be able to go to get their mental health that they need. And it'll help them, they'll now have insurance that they can get to go get their problems fixed up. So, and you can have it through the private system, whatever you want, because it's Medicare. You just got to find whoever will take Medicare. So we need to increase insurance coverage, which would increase the amount of veterans who have their insurance, and lower the, the negative ramifications that they face due to what they have done serving for our country. And I've also seen a lot of people, like, I'm totally for helping veterans massively, because I've seen some people even like, oh, we should give them a chance, help them out with some temporary economic aid. But I'm actually sort of okay with, okay, let's just give you economic aid for, however long. I don't mind, as long as it's a reasonable amount. I'm totally okay with that. But it's interesting to see Tomi Lahren going left-wing on healthcare, wanting to give veterans better healthcare and more healthcare, which cannot be done through the private system, but rather done through left-wing means of reaching out and giving them more health insurance and more health coverage and better health coverage, just as every other modern nation has a form of universal healthcare, whether it be, Canada's essential Medicare for all plan, or the UK system where they have government-run healthcare.